Hi guys, quick update on the Merlin tower. As I said I'd post. Yeah, managed to get right into it. A lot of fun. It builds just magic. So I'd managed to clean up the turret, which really needed no cleanup, but a little bit of cleanup on the turret. And the barrels, they were done a few weeks ago. That's all come up lovely. Just a coat of Tamiya light grey primer on that. All the panels here, these are the outer plexi plates, which obviously, as I said before, are not scribed. There's no panel line scribing on these because it's all done with pen and you know, very loose masked panel applications in paint. And then the inner frame, which is, again, it's supplied by Merlin, just plaster up styrene, which is then just welded together. So very straightforward. The only thing I did have to do to this one, I think it was this panel here, this lower panel. All these panels are beautifully beveled, and for some reason this panel here wasn't beveled at the 45, but it was an easy fix. I literally drew the line, I think it's 3mm, so I put a 3mm line onto the acrylic and just sanded and then filed in a nice bevel for it to join nicely in all four corners. It's taped at the moment because I don't want to join these permanently yet, because we're going to be painting the inside. So obviously, it'd be a lot simpler, but breaking it down, turret lifts off. Obviously these get bonded in. You know, this is a printed plug and disc that just snap neatly into the top. But I should be able to just, there we go, just lift this off, and that's your inner structure. That is your inner frame. You've got your 3D printed lower base, 3D printed upper stand. What I did here is these were all bonded with CA, and I started with the wider beams first. So just a good liberal amount of CA into these little grooves. Hit those with activator all the way around, and then pretty much get all those thick ones done, and then I went on to the thinner spars, again bonding those in. Job done. These, again, Merlin supply all the instructions and diagrams and lengths to cut everything to, and it really does work. It works really well. I mean, it could be neater. I've still got to sand these in a little bit, just my OCD, but I will sand these in something at the corners. But you don't see a lot of it once the outer shell is over it. All these here are then welded with Tamiya cement, just the solvent weld. Initially I use that one, which is the thicker stuff, because you can just dot that in the area you want and then literally weld it up with that stuff. I trust these, they're great. I do find them better than Plasweld, to be honest. A weird thing with Plasweld, I think over time it goes very brittle on the weld for me. So, well, I digress. But yeah, welded those with Tamiya cement. So everything's super rigid now as he breaks it, but that's strong. You wouldn't think it, but once you've got everything welded up, that's strong. There is the option, Merlin supply, the alloy bar that can go in the centre. I opted not to use that, just because it'd be quite visible inside. I did have one, maybe one of you guys might do this, but I did have one idea of actually taking this alloy bar using it, painting this, I think it's DH Caboose, but you know, a good red oxide is good. But I did have a thought of, you know, super detailing this, like it's got some kind of internal generator and gubbins, and then I thought, nah, I'd rather keep it as closer to the you know, the screen used surface model as I can. I mean, the screen used surface model actually doesn't have these rear spars so detailed, but seeing as Merlin designed it like this to have them all the way around, I thought, yeah, I like that. That's nice to be at the back of that. It's yeah, nice bit of window dressing internally. Yeah, so once that's all together, I joined the two rear quadrants here. Those again welded with the thicker cement, taped those up and just left them. Then this corner is welded, since that's just taped there, and then this corner's welded and just taped there for now. So once I've got the red oxide inside all those pieces, that will all bit of dust. That will all get bonded in and painted. So yeah, pretty simple process on this one. Really lovely build. This one is one of the most impressive ones I find painted. I absolutely love this one. You know, it's just a lovely looking thing, and I think, you know, once they're all together, you know, I think they look pretty impressive. But yeah, definitely this is one of my favourites. It's the fact that you've got so much grey, various greys, and I think there's even white lining in the outer panels, and then the interior being this this really red oxide hue. I love it. You know, it's just such a cool aesthetic, very art deco, you know, funky piece. Just quickly, yeah, this was the other thing I've been working on recently. This is the very first of the scratch built Bausch maquettes. This one, they are not resin, they are scratch built over a wooden artist mannequin. They are dressed in fabric, cloth, tape. The clothing is 0.2mm styrene, which has a just really nice effect. If I can just adjust the camera a little bit. Okay. Yeah, I'm pretty proud of this actually. I mean, some of you may think, oh, he's raving on about Bausch again. But honestly, I mean, I put a lot of work into these. I've put a lot of research, a lot of time. I've built various iterations. People own iterations. The very first resin ones I did of this. This is a completely different animal. It really is just a completely different animal. Yeah, basically everything about the head is now constructed as the original would have been constructed. So it's sculpted over the mannequin head. The snout is joined to the mannequin head. You can see the funky cheeks there, which are actually caused by the shape of this upper dome part, because it's all in one. So yeah, I'm pretty proud of this one. I've managed to get the pose a hell of a lot closer. Yeah, it worked out good. And a weird thing, it took some time, but we actually noticed, if you could pick up against the white, the staff tip actually has 4 blades. It was literally a trick of the camera. I mean, the original shots of this are just Polaroids, the very old Polaroids, and it doesn't make any sense, and nothing makes sense about the staff. And the staff is now, it's broken off at the hand here, so we don't know. I don't know the kit parts that this is made from. I can't find them. Everything else is accurate. Everything else I've found, I've ID'd, and it's on this maquette replica. But this not a chance. But I did manage to spot that it does actually have 4 blades, not 2. Now my original iterations, which, you know, I wouldn't change because they're my original iterations of how I saw this, were just 2 blades. So yeah, it's just finding new things, which are tricky to pick out initially. But I think overall that is, for me now, that is as close as I can get to hand making, scratch building the Bausch maquette. Everything's delicate, everything's fine, but you know, nothing's going to fall off it. Everything's flexible, much closer to what the original would have been. I mean, these were, again, I think these are aluminium foil when Joe Johnston built them. Obviously that doesn't work in a replica, but working in 0.2 styrene, you can come up with quite a nice delicate balance in you know, the very ornate fine curves of the fabric. So yeah, a lot of fun. And then yeah, she's just painted. I mean, this is the original cloth color. The reason I used this is because this was so close to the original prop fabric, and that's why this fabric's in use. But the actual paint hues are then just Archive X Light Earth, which blends beautifully with this, and then obviously various Archive X greys, reds. So it all works really nice. Another nice one weathering these is Grimy Black. It's a very green black, and it's absolutely fantastic for weathering the Bausch maquette, and also the Rancor. If I'm honest, I did a repair job on a Rancor not long ago, one of the Regal Robot ones. It had arrived damaged, and the leg needed work, the arm needed work. Sorry, and in working on that, I discovered that Grimy Black was an absolute super colour to use on it when just repairing and restoring it. But anyway, waffled on, guys. Obviously, this is the first one. These are commission now, so you know, if you ever want a Bausch maquette that's as close to the original as it can possibly be without digitally scanning it, you know, give me a shout. I mean, this is yeah, I've really got these under my belt now. I've got them kind of nailed, I think. You know, other people may disagree. It's all subjective, but yeah, these are actually commission based now. So if you did want one, by all means get in touch. This one's actually spoken for. This one's gone. I do need to do myself one at some point, but that'll come later. But yeah, anyway, thanks for letting me waffle on, guys. Thanks for watching, and yeah, hopefully next video we'll be doing some painting. I really do want to try and get this tower and maybe the Hero Tower, just get them on here and maybe get the camera mounted above and start some painting, do something fun on here. Fingers crossed. But yeah, that'd be nice to you know, kind of get underway and do a little bit of work actually on camera, which I do struggle with. You know, I'm not you know, some skilled YouTuber or a people person, but I will do my best and try and take you through just some of the processes I use in painting these. But anyway, thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you all soon.